So hi everyone, today in this video we're gonna develop another mental model that can be useful for you, since mental models are representations about how the reality works. And as much more you grasp them, better so is the probability of you getting the prosperity that you want to get in your life. Because prosperity is something that has correlation with as better you are in the actions that you do, and as much they are so appropriate for the context that you are, and this requires like a whole process of interpretation, and then so this decision making of interpretation leads you so to show certain specific actions so to make. But then so you require having good interpretations about the reality, and require so you to get good systems. So you require having good information about the reality, truthful one, and require as well you having good decision making, good systems that systematically make interpretations about that raw data, and systematical as well, so helps you to produce information so that comes to base in your actions. The base of your actions is your knowledge principles that structure they create so a logic, they create a argument so that supports certain specific action in comparison with other ones. And then so you require to develop your decision making, and mental models is the better type of field for that, because mental models are information that's taken from reality patterns, but as well some of them are models that have been used, that have been shown that are useful so to solve the problem. But then, so today we're going to talk about the pyramid of Maslow, and this is the way to deeply understand the motivations of people, what so rules the people, what makes so people behave or not in certain ways, is what so we're going to study. So how it shapes business and consumer behavior is a specific development that we're going to get more attention on how pyramid of Maslow applies. So I expect this can make you so feel interesting, and then so go for the matter of this video. So pyramid of Maslow, it can help us solve one thing that's important. Why do people buy what they buy? It's something that we would like to know. But then so to understand it, we have to get a deeper understand so about what is buying. Buying is the action of me trying to get something that if I didn't got that something, I will not so able so to make my life better. In reality, that what makes your life better? Things that solve your problems. So things that solve your problems, you feel that's valuable. And then so the problems are one of the creators for motivation. You tend to have to motivation towards things because motivation is what takes you and leads you to take actions that solve things that you, if you did nothing, you should not so be able to live correctly. And then so you feel motivation sometimes to play, because in reality is that we're not always happy, and then so you feel that if you do the action of play, you're going to feel happy, you're going to get the experience that's sensitive. You can feel motivation to as well to get food, because if you don't get food, you don't get so the nutrition that you need so to make your body survive. And then so motivations, the basis is we have problems that are just solved if we make actions. And then so obviously how our bodies was developed to make you act by creating motivation. But then so we have to understand what so are the things that creates motivation. So what are your needs? So you have to understand that people buy it because they have needs for that. Can be needs that can be imagination, it's reality. Some other ones are things that people really have. Imagination would call some type of things and could be a strategy that some business developed, saying that you have a specific plan when in reality you don't get, but you just like it's not easy to understand if you really has, and then so you prefer to consume it, even if it's possibility that this thing is not it's contributing for pain, that's it's something that it doesn't happen in reality. But the reality is that is your perception about this pain that so makes you have new motivations for things that can solve it. So but then so what are these needs? What pyramid of Maslow as well argues is that we're going to understand the needs, pyramid of Maslow organizes, but it as well say that exists a hierarchy. Some of the needs are more crucial for you than other ones, and then so you prioritize some of them, and so just rather after getting accomplished and getting satisfied these needs, you're gonna go try to so get other needs as well to get fully fine. But then, so what are the 5 levels of Maslow's pyramids in business? So what do you have to understand? We have the psychological needs, the basic survival needs, the most important ones, the basis, but these are all the ones that is more easier to accomplish today by our society has been developed. And what is these needs? What they're so they turn to be solved. Food, by having water, shelter, sleep. So basically, nutrition, water, foods accomplish that. Shelter, so security, having this type of thing to get a basic houses. Sleep, so another thing that's fundamental. So these things are the foundation. Without these, I don't care any other type of need that I can have. These are the foundation of human survivals. What are examples? McDonald's, Nestle, Coca-Cola, they sell essential foods and beverage, and that's why they have market. Amazon focuses on fast deliveries of these necessities as well. So that you can focus on good, but you also can focus in being a business that provides the good as Amazon focus. So, and then just after people getting these, that they will care about other ones. And then, so what's the second most type important needs is the safety needs, security and protection. What is health, financial stability today is as well a form of security, personal safety. What are the business examples that are developed over that need? We have the insurance companies, Allianz, AXA, that sell protection. We have the banks that offer secure investments. Brands like Volvo and Tesla emphasize safety features in cars. So, after we get the psychology needs, what are the most important ones next? The safety needs. These needs that of security and protection. After that, 2 needs getting satisfied, we go so for the 3. We have a need to live in belonging, social needs. So, needs to have relationships, needs to have social connections. And what are some business examples that develops in understand that these consumers have these needs? Social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, create digital communities that have contact with people. It's easier to get contact with them. I get information about them. I can get so things that I can receive feedbacks of my photos, pics, comments that I do about the other ones, and then so I tend to look for it. Starbucks as well promotes the third place culture where people feel connected. Nike and Apple, they use tribal marketing to build strong band communities as well. So after we get psychological needs accomplished, what goes after in priorities? Next, safety. After safety as well gets accomplished, what goes next? Love and belonging, social needs, relationships, social connections, and acceptance. So we have this guide. Obviously, what's the one that you have a more potential? Not having consideration about competition. Obviously, is the one that is gets in the hierarchy in the first. So if doesn't exist any type of competition, you will also get a lot of profit if you act in basic so survival needs. But reality is if exists a lot of demand, the suppliers will gonna understand as why. So it's things that are so accomplished because exists a lot of business that provides foods, things that are the basis. What we see today is you have to work more in the type of hierarchy that are a bit lower, because by them not being essential, people have not focused enough the supply to so develop strategies. So we see that physiology needs was like the first companies they start to so accomplish that. Then happens the safety needs. The banks started to appear, insurance companies, so things that are encountered with secure hospitals. After that, what starts appear, so things that have more encounter with relationships. So we start to see the social media platforms that were so think more of the last century. But prior to that, exist other type of things that have so this type of meet to satisfy our needs, so to love and belonging. So we have like prostitutes, it's a type of a job that exists a long time ago, and these all with this type of thing, love, belonging, and taking a value from relationships, social connections. What goes after this third level? The 4 esteem needs to have recognition, needs to have status, what is like prestige, achievement, success. And what appears of that? Luxury brands like Rolex, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, so target status driving consumers. LinkedIn as well offers premium plans to boost professional visibility. Tesla and Apple market their products as symbols of innovation and success. So we get these esteem needs to get developed. And the last one, uh, self-actualization, personal growth, and Propose. What is this? Fully filing our potential, develop more creativity, ludic type of activities, purpose, drive, living. It's, you could say that's a bit more artificial, but it's things that matters, and we start creating these pains because other ones have already get accomplished. So we get something to not get bored. And what's our business examples that worked with self-actualization or personal growth and purpose? We have TED Talks and Masterclass, sell knowledge and growth experience. Patagonia attracts consumers by aligning with sustainability and environmental activism. Google and SpaceX focus innovation that changes the world. So we get this type of things. So I hope you have understand that these are the 5 type of things that are in terms of hierarchy. I've clarified what's like the importance of each one. Is the things that we have to try to look, and you can look when you try to so create a business if you satisfy some type of needs that are included in these 5 hierarchies, and so trying to make it to be able to satisfy the major quantity of people and see if exists competition. You already like do the 20% of effort that's needed to validate a business. So I expect this video as make you gain more insights. Thank you. I expect so you can put a like, subscribe, and so if other videos may trigger your interest, put a like. And without much more to say, thank you and see you in the next one.